So, characters. We've got Harry, a boy in the striped pajamas lookalike, Dudley, a child struggling with diabetes, Ron, a poor ginger, which is redundant, Hermione, who isn't hot yet, Malfoy, who doesn't look like a meth head yet, Neville, who has big teeth, Hagrid, who has big everything, Quirrell, who has a side job as property manager for the back of his head, Dumbledore, who really likes Harry, really. McGonagall, the sassy grandma in Downton Abbey's fun-loving cousin, Voldemort, who has a baby nose, Snape, who has a big nose, and this is what literally happened in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. After a strange turn of events and an inexplicable inability on Harry's part to catch a letter, the Dursley family goes on an unplugged vacation to a resort in the middle of the ocean. After committing a rash of crimes, including but not limited to breaking and entering, destruction of personal property, stalking, and misuse of magic under wizarding law, Hagrid tops off his spree with kidnapping.
Oh, we're a bit behind schedule. Let's be off.
Tapping his pink umbrella on a brick wall in the back of a pub full of robe-wearing weirdos, Hagrid takes Harry into Universal Studios. They enter an architecturally unsound bank and find themselves surrounded by achondroplagial burn victims, one of which takes Harry on a roller coaster ride to pick up money so he can buy an owl, a fancy stick, books, and a soup pot. After teaching Harry about the man who killed his parents, Voldemort, whose name is a swear,
Voldemort.
Hagrid abandons him at the train station so that he can run into a brick wall. After watching Ron have a seizure, Harry drops an exorbitant amount of money on snacks.
We'll take the lot.
And is an accomplice in a chocolate frog suicide.
That's rotten, that.
The train is inefficient, and Hagrid has to ferry all the kids over the lake to Hogwarts, where they presumably free climb the rocky cliffs to get to the actual castle. A talking hat segregates the kids into categories: the brave, the nice, the smart, and the evil, teaching them that stereotyping is not only okay, but necessary for determining your future. Staring at the head table, Harry's own head starts to hurt.
Harry, what is it? Nothing, I'm fine.
Coincidence? He thinks not. Oh, and the kids have to entertain an obese woman before they're allowed to go to bed.
Password.
Occasionally, the kids stand by brooms and talk to them. It turns out Harry is really good with old cleaning supplies, managing to catch a clear ball, even though he couldn't catch a letter in the beginning of the movie, and he ends up on the Quidditch team. Quidditch is a sport where kids try not to die hundreds of feet in the air. On Halloween, a troll sneaks into the castle to take a piss, but he is brutally attacked by the three kids. Assault and battery charges are not upheld, and Gryffindor gets points for doing something they shouldn't have done. An owl drops a broom-shaped package that clearly weighs too much for an owl to carry down in front of the kids, and they are shocked to discover it's a broom. While Harry does what appears to be an interpretive dance, Hermione spots Snape lip syncing and obviously has no choice but to try and burn him alive. As it turns out, wizards celebrate Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
You know, the hallmark holiday of a religion that vilifies everything they hold dear. It's at this time that Harry receives an anonymously sent invisibility cloak that is visible until worn. Harry finds a mirror that shows what you desire most. He sees Dumbledore in it at one point.
Back again, Harry?
Things get awkward. Hermione finds out that a tandem-headed pup is guarding the secret to eternal life, so the kids go visit Hagrid, who's busy birthing a dragon named Norbert in a soup pot.
Isn't he beautiful? Oh, bless him, look, he knows his mummy.
Malfoy's a tattletale and gets them all sent to detention, aka going out into the woods at night with Hagrid, you know, the reason they were sent to detention in the first place. While walking through the forest, Harry's head starts to hurt as he comes across a man licking a dead horse who, according to a different horse, is actually the guy who killed Harry's parents.
Voldemort.
Turns out they can get past the pooch using chill tunes, so they decide stealing the stone is better than any other possible course of action. After scaring a homicidal plant with light, they're attacked by flying keys. Then an unfortunate game of chess results in Harry moving on alone, ending up in a room with the Desire Mirror and Professor Quirrell.
Poor stuttering Professor Quirrell.
Turns out Voldemort is a tenant in Quirrell's rental, you know, the back of his head. But the good news is that Harry can burn the man on contact, so he turns Quirrell Voldemort's face into dust. Dust, which then reanimates itself to hug Harry, but gets rejected. While eating earwax,
Alas, earwax.
Dumbledore tells Harry that the reason he could incinerate Voldemort was because his mommy loved him. Despite knowing that Harry had no photos of his parents, Hagrid waits until the end of the school year to give him a scrapbook. Then he threatens to give a child pig ears. At the last feast of the year, Dumbledore rigs all of the points so the troll abusers win the arbitrary school competition designed to pit the students against one another and encourage animosity between already segregated minors. And that's what literally happened in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.